Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, this just doesn't work, man. I am here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, at a friend of ours' house that I've done some work on over the years and stuff, and she's doing a couple things because she's getting ready to sell the house possibly and things. So just sprucing it up. And it's actually a good feeling because I rebuilt her kitchen about 2 years ago. I rebuilt her bathroom, I guess, about 6 or 7 years ago. And they're all holding up really well, and they actually still really good, still look really good. And I take pride in that, and I don't care what you do out there. Take pride in what you do. I don't care if it's cleaning toilets. Make sure that that toilet shines better than any other toilet. And believe me, you will get recognized and become famous from it. But I am amazed right now with the money that is going around for quarterbacks. Guys, tick tock, the clock is ticking on Dak Prescott. We are actually fortunate that Dak Prescott was drafted where he was. The fact that he is not making a whole lot of money, that we have money to try and do some other things before we have to pay him big time money. I could have sworn that Blake Bortles, they were looking at a replacement for him and being part of the Kirk Cousins basic sweepstake, his tour of the NFL to figure out where he was going to play. But lo and behold, they've given him a $54 million extension, $26 million guaranteed, for a guy that they figured needed to be replaced. All of a sudden, you start looking around and you start wondering, is Kirk Cousins playing musical chairs and is not going to find a seat? Or is that seat going to be one that you don't want, like, say, I don't know, Cleveland? Cleveland wants him without a doubt. But that's where quarterbacks' careers go to die. Originally, everybody knew for sure he was going to be going to the 49ers. But then they got Jimmy G. They talked about, of course, Jacksonville, with that great defense of theirs, that they're just a quarterback away. Well, all of a sudden that's gone. Now, we know Denver wants him, but Denver has no cash right now, so they're going to have to cut people, and Denver has a thing of not wanting to pay quarterbacks too much. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Now, to Earl Thomas, I said that I think the Cowboys might make a move to try and trade for him. People tell me, Mark, you're an idiot because Seattle's already said, basically they want a king's ransom for him, But hold on, guys. Let's back up here for a second. Have you ever bought a car? You don't go in with your best offer. You don't say, I'm going to pay $20,000 for it, because that's what you really want to pay for it. Because they're not going to come back at you and say, oh, okay, we'll sell it to you for $20,000. They're going to jump up. They're going to say, no, it's 25. It's negotiations. And what Seattle is trying to do is they're trying to up what they can get for him. Think about it. He's a year away from breaking his tibia. Their team is definitely now going in a different direction as far as defense goes. Chris Richard, they got rid of him. They tried to get rid of Richard Sherman last year, and you got to believe that Richard Sherman, coming off the Achilles, is not going to have that much trade value right now either. Earl Thomas is going to be your best bet, but what you're trying to do is talk him up and make people think, oh, shit, man, they want a whole lot, man, so let's offer them a second and see what they do, as opposed to offering them a fourth or a third. I may be wrong, but that's how it goes. When the Redskins were talking about, oh, let's franchise tag Kirk Cousins and try and get the two number ones. Nobody would give them two number ones, but if they got two number twos, you know what I'm saying? You start high, well above what you're willing to accept. Now, I don't know what that number is that they're willing to accept, but it's not going to be a king's ransom. You're not going to get a king's ransom. And at this point, they're saying, oh, we'll just redo the contract. I'm betting that they don't really want to redo that contract because, again, he's getting up there in age. You're now looking at beginning a youth movement. So if you're beginning a youth movement, you're trying to get draft picks, you're trying to go ahead and start over and get a core group of guys around the same age so they can mature and get better together. But at least that's the way I would look at it. So, I'm just a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, so what do I know? But we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one. But, wow. Blake Bortles getting $54 million. I don't know. But you watch. There will be some movement on Earl Thomas this year. And I would not be surprised to see him in Dallas. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo. And I can't wait to get back to Virginia. Out of this Eagle zone. Oh, you guys are still here? See ya.